This essay example, as well as thousands of others, is available in text format on our website for free and without registration. Simply Google Ivy Panda Free Essays.
Introduction. Modern technologies have become a norm since they have permeated all aspects of human life, economy, and society. Innovation is making it possible for many people to achieve their goals much faster. Unfortunately, the proliferation of smartphones, handheld devices, computers, social media platforms, and the internet might negatively affect more children. This paper describes the possible impacts of modern innovations on young individuals and offers evidence-based suggestions for changing the situation. Effects of modern technologies on children. The invention of modern technologies is an achievement that has emerged from continuous human research and development, R&D, and the global exchange of ideas. The original purpose of such developments was to transform people's lives by empowering them to achieve their personal and professional goals much faster. These expectations explain why many educational institutions, parents, and childcare centers are relying on such technologies to meet the demands of more individuals and support those with learning disabilities. However, the use of these resources has proved inappropriate or counterproductive for the greatest number of children. The first potential impact is that more young individuals who start to use different technologies and the internet may develop brains that are wired to scan information without the need to process it completely or effectively. Such a problem is attributable to the fact that technology has the potential to expose users to high data volumes. Such an outcome can affect the thought processes and analytical abilities of the users. The performance of such children in their respective classes might worsen or deteriorate. The second harm emerges when preschoolers receive various devices as a way of soothing them. While this approach might be capable of delivering short-term positive outcomes, experts believe that majority of the individuals will fail to develop the relevant emotional intelligence, EI, and stress management skills. Such gaps could eventually make it impossible for more children to develop the desirable milestones throughout their early years of growth. This challenge explains why stakeholders need to be involved and find new ways to support all toddlers. The third way the use of emerging innovations can affect more children is the nature of the available content. The internet permits many people to access uncensored content from diverse sources. The number of videos, articles, and photographs with violent messages has been on the rise due to the emergence of various social media platforms. Young individuals exposed to such works will eventually become violent and even find new strategies to argue with their siblings, parents, or even teachers. They may become less empathic or unable to control their feelings or temper. With the increasing number of users of the internet and social media, more children are at a higher threat of cyber-related abuse or attack. Some will be bullied by different unknown people on the other end of the connection. Affected children will be unable to cope in their classrooms and even record poor academic performance or grades. They will also become withdrawn or violent depending on the nature of the abuse. Analysts and scholars can describe or examine the issue of cyber-related abuse through the lens of conflict theory. Such a powerful model helps people understand how modern innovations continue to affect more children. Omer and Jabeen indicate that the model explains how the unavailability of resources forces some people to compete, thereby triggering unavoidable disagreements. The framework goes further to indicate that power and domination become the true sources of social order. Through the application of this model, it is agreeable that criminal or violent behaviors will always prevail in society. Some people focus on the nature of modern innovations to abuse children and engage in control mechanisms. This development explains why cases of internet-based abuse and child mistreatment have been on the rise. Finally, children who are exposed to different techniques will be unable to engage in various physical activities that are essential for improving interpersonal skills. They will lack adequate time to interact with their parents, peers, relatives, or tutors. The focus on new games and social media outlets will make them addicted and incapable of focusing on beneficial activities that can improve their social abilities. Consequently, they will find it hard to relate with others, solve emerging problems, or engage in critical thinking. These negative aspects will eventually make it impossible for them to develop or grow up to become responsible members of society. Experts argue that parents and teachers should control and regulate the amount of technology time available to their children or students if they are to overcome most of these challenges. Conclusion. The above discussion has identified modern innovations as powerful resources that have the potential to transform different industries. However, more children who are relying on them for learning, social interaction, and communication continue to experience diverse challenges. A superior model that dictates the way these individuals use different emerging technologies is needed to protect and make them successful in their lives. This essay on how technology affects children was written and submitted by a student just like you. The Ivy Panda Samples database hosts thousands of works similar to this one, on various subjects. Visit ivypanda.com to find what you are looking for, free of charge.